what's up with this double moral? You have Jan Guillou. He comes from a noble family. And when I worked at the airport, he always showed off, and he always wanted those Margaux wine that cost like 700 euros per pop. And he wanted cigars from Cuba, Monte Cristo 5. And he was bragging he was going to go hunting in his cabin, and I was like, oh yeah, that's great. But at the same time, he was such a socialist, in the media, and it's ridiculous. And he went to private boarding school, we all know, so we him or whatever. And he wrote this book that was really touching called Ondskan, and it became a movie and got an Oscar in America. However, it's kind of funny because Jan Guillou was not invited to the Oscars because they saw him as a communist. But it's so ridiculous, the whole thing, because Jan Guillou, if you hear me now, why brag about your status when you still pretend to be a socialist, And I know you shut down that school. You wanted to show your power, right? I think it's silly. Well, and then we have, who's that? There's another, Olof Palme. I mean, my God. He grew up in Lärkstaden på Östermalm. He was the youngest of the children. He was born with a silver spoon. And, the right-wing party didn't want him because he was so weird, and I understand that. And then he went to college in Ohio, and his roommate was Paul Newman. Can you believe it? But in America, they didn't like him, and they didn't respect his title or whatever. So in Sweden, he pretended to be a socialist, but he wanted to have that background where he came from. So what's up with that, Yeah, and there's so many hypocrites out there. I just get tired of talking about it. So, whatever. Be who you want to be. I don't care. I mean, life is too short and precious.